that was in an estate. And Brandon likes that one more.
Which one? Is that the one that you toured, that you sent me the pictures of? Good morning, happy Wednesday. Today is the day that Spotify Wrapped come out and I'm afraid to look at mine. Is anyone else like really embarrassed by their Spotify Wrapped every year? And then I vow in January to change my music taste and actually have like a sophisticated Spotify Wrapped, but mid-year it just goes downhill. And I think that's just my destiny when it comes to my music taste. If you're new here, hi, I'm Clara. If you're not new here, thanks so much for coming back. I hope you're enjoying this little vlog marathon that I'm doing in December. This is my third day in a row vlogging, so it's gonna be fun to watch this back to back to back and like relive a true week in my life, every waking moment. I feel like when I break out my vlogs into individual days instead of doing just like one full week in my life, I'm filming more of like the minute stuff in my day so that the vlogs aren't, you know, 5 minutes long, so you can really see most of what I do on a daily basis. And you can also see that I just live in athleisure clothes. I need to do my big closet swap, closet clean out, maybe later this week, definitely by next week, because I know I just have so many cute fall and winter clothes in boxes in my attic. But if you don't know, I live here in Charleston, South Carolina. It's not uncommon to have like 60-degree fall days, so I'm not really in need of my thick sweaters and my super puff jackets quite yet. I'll probably need them in January just for a few weeks, but I'm also going on some winter trips. I'm going to Scotland, Switzerland, and France for the new year. Like throughout that weird time between Christmas and New Year's, my friend and I planned a trip and I'm so excited for it. And my entire TikTok feed is reflective of what I've been searching because it's all recommendations and outfits, and I should really get started planning my outfits and like dinners and restaurants and stuff. But I need to see what's in my attic before I go and buy multiples of things that I already own, like sweaters and different dresses and silhouettes and stuff. So that needs to be a priority moving into next week, so I have time to order anything if I have an outfit I'm dying to try. And I'm really just procrastinating looking at my Spotify Wrapped. Shall we do it together? Like the fact that mine opens to Waka Flocka Grove Street Party, we're not off to a good start. I'm really just exposing the music that I listen to when I'm alone in the car. Let me mute this so I don't get copyrighted. But here are my top genres, if you're curious. It's so funny because whenever I'm filming YouTube videos, I do everything, and I actually do a lot of things around the house and like cooking, cleaning, whatever. I do it in silence because I'm so used to filming and like not wanting things to be copyrighted that I just do so many daily tasks that most people would be playing music for. I've just conditioned myself to do them in pure silence. So up until this point, you might have had like no inclination of the type of music that I listen to. But pop, rap, alternative country, indie folk, electronic, and ambient. What is ambient? Is that like the white noise? Did my white noise when I travel rank on my Spotify Wrapped? Okay, it says age is just a number, don't take that. My listening age, it thinks I'm 35. I'm 26. I need a more youthful music taste apparently. I'm aging myself a decade beyond my years. #1 song, drum roll please. I might have to cut this footage out. I've actually been so embarrassed by my Spotify Wrapped before that I've like deleted footage where I'm like, you actually can't reveal that that was your #1 song. What do we think my #1 song is gonna be? I think last year it was that Post Malone Blake Shelton song, like I Had Some Help. I think that was last year's. #1 song, oh I have to vote. I think it's Nokia. Yeah, I was obsessed with that. That song came out while I was in Turks and Caicos, and I feel like I think it came out, at least I discovered it while I was there. Honestly, such a catchy song. I'm not embarrassed of that one. But yeah, this is a very interesting lineup of music. Don't know if I agree with all of those, but it says you listened to 1 album this year. What does that mean? They do not think that I listened to this album voluntarily. No idea what that is. Maybe that's on like a white noise focus productivity playlist. Oh, it's gonna talk about my books. That's fun. I do listen to a lot of audiobooks on Spotify. Listen to 6 audiobooks. Pretty good if you ask me. My top genre was mystery and thriller, which makes sense because I really like to replace my crime podcast listening with audiobooks. I feel like it's just like better for my mental. It's not gonna tell me. Oh, I listened to this one Taylor Swift remix from LPGOB. I think that's the name of the artist, and it brought Taylor to the top. But I'm not like a huge Taylor Swift fan per se. Like, I didn't go to Eras or anything, but I do love a good remix. My top artist was Taylor Swift, and then Drake. Just like, I need to do better. I need to do better. That's so basic. A word from one of my favorites. Who's it gonna be? All right, well, now that my makeup's done and I've exposed my music listening taste, let's get on with my day. I think I'm gonna have to brick my phone today. I've been really distracted by my phone the past couple of days and I need to completely clean my house in silence. It's either gonna be in silence or I need to develop better music taste. I'm curious. Tell me what your Spotify Wrapped was, your top artist. I need to know if you guys have better music taste than me because I'm gonna steal it. If you give me some top artists that I've never heard of before, I'm gonna add them to my playlist because I need to branch out from Taylor Swift and Drake. That's very embarrassing. It's, okay, embarrassing isn't the right word. That's just very basic. If you don't know, this little magnet device that a lot of people will keep on their fridge, but I have to keep it on my light switch because I don't have any other magnetic surfaces in my house. This is like a tap device thing that will lock your phone and you can choose what it's gonna lock. So I think right now I have, let's see what's locked for me. I have messages, Instagram, WhatsApp, even though I don't use WhatsApp, TikTok, Facebook, FaceTime. You can like choose which apps you want it to basically like lock up, and then you brick your device like this. It will start a timer of how long you've been bricked for, and if I want to click on any of those apps, it won't let me open them. In theory, you would like brick your phone and then be very far away from this, like maybe you would go on a walk, you'd go to your office, like this would be not close by because then there's the temptation to unlock your phone, but you have to physically unlock your phone with this device. So in my case, breaking my phone is still a lesson in self-control because I can just get up and go unlock all of these apps that I want to like click on and stuff. But it's more so a mental reminder of how often you absentmindedly click on certain apps like Instagram, TikTok. We get into that rhythm of like just checking these like 5 apps, and then when you get to the end of your rotation, maybe you start back over and you see who's posted an Instagram story, and it's very like cyclical of just clicking and scrolling on all of these apps. So whenever I have my phone bricked, it draws attention to the amount of times that I will absentmindedly go and like try and click on an app, and I'm like, why did you stop folding laundry to click on TikTok? Like, you do not need to do that right now, and it makes you more intentional with the time that you spend on your phone. At least in my case it does. I like that you can customize the apps that are blocked out. So if you have like a kid in like daycare or school or something and you want to be able to be reached, then obviously you wouldn't want your messages blocked. But in my case, I just let people in my life know like, hey, I'm breaking my phone today. You're not going to hear from me. Hopefully you're not going to hear from me. That means that I was successful. But yeah, I've been using this for a couple weeks now. I've had it for like a month. I don't use it as often as I probably should, but when I do, I am 10 times more productive. If you find yourself absentmindedly clicking on apps, like, why am I doing this? Then you might benefit from the brick. If I remember correctly, I think it's like FSA eligible, maybe. I don't know. Quote me on that. It'd be a great gift for someone in your life that's got an alarmingly high screen time, or if you're gonna have like a New Year's resolution of being more present in the moment off your phone, try the brick. Now my house is a disaster right now from decorating for Christmas because I have so much stuff to go put back up into my attic, and today's the day. I also have a ton of packages and stuff by my front door. Packages have been emptied. I just need to like break down the cardboard. And same for my office. It's scary in here. I'm actually gonna save my packing material like this for my fireplace, which I need to go buy more wood for. I think this is a picture that I ordered. This is gonna be part of my Christmas decorations in my guest room. I'm so excited. I probably need to like lay this between some books to get it to flatten. All right, I lied. There's a couple of these that I haven't opened. This type of packing material burns so well. So thank you for that. This is one of my gifts to myself on Black Friday. I think this cookbook is like something crazy like $80, but it was on sale for I think $15. It might be one of those things that never actually sells for full price, so maybe I just fell for it. But it's the New York Times cookbook, and I feel like so many recipes that I'll save on Pinterest are New York Times recipes, and they're always gated or like subscription based or something. So the Essential New York Times cookbook. I'm gonna cook my way through this. Maybe in the new year. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I just like, this is the type of cookbook that my kids will like remember me pulling out. My imaginary kids that are years and years away. Oh yeah, I love cookbooks like this. No pictures, so fully trust. It's kind of giving like the Julia Child. Oh, I'm excited. I need to go through and like read this like a book and bookmark some ones, because since there's no pictures, it's kind of hard to just flip to a page and find something. But if this is still on sale, this might make a really good gift. I can't vouch for it quite yet, but I feel like cookbooks like this are a classic. This is my Christmas tree waterer, because last year I swore I was gonna buy one and I never did. So this funnels down to the bottom of the tree and I can just save it for years to come. And then that way you don't have to like bend over and try and pour water over the top of the cone thing. Probably could have 3D printed this at the library, but Amazon to the rescue. These were the super exciting purchases I made on Black Friday. A new cookbook and a restock of my wellness formula. The thrift store I went to earlier this week wrapped my glass breakables in newspapers. And I feel like you can burn newspapers now. But this is what I got. I feel like my yogurt bowls in the morning would be so cute out of these. I took all of the recycling out to my trash bin, and now I'm going to unbrick my device after 1 hour and 18 minutes. That's how you do it. You just tap the thing again. And now I can use my phone. I'm going to call someone really quick because I have a question. And then I'm going to brick it and get back to cleaning. Lunch will be ready for pickup in 23 minutes. So I'm going to try and organize the rest of the stuff in my office before then. When I went on my Thanksgiving road trip, I needed all of my trunk space. So that meant that I just dumped all of the stuff that was in my trunk in here. Now I have to face the consequences of those actions. Some of this needs to go out to my shed. Some of this will just be trash. There was a lot of donations and stuff that Play-Dohs didn't take. So I'm gonna pull the classic trick of just bringing it to a different location. Because if you have multiple like Play-Dohs or like Play-Doh-like places in your area, just take the stuff that one location doesn't want to the other one. Oh my gosh, can you hear my stomach? I'm so hungry. I also need to sit down and fill out some paperwork before my appointment. See, this is why I need to break my phone, because Francesca just called me back from this morning. She's in the process of touring houses and we just go off on tangents, like talking about house hunting and stuff. So should have bricked my phone and just called her later today. But this is what I've done with the office. If this plant looks kind of oddly placed, it is, but it goes in the living room. And I feel like when you decorate for Christmas, you're always bound to have like one random lamp or something that got moved that you just like have to do something with. So I'm gonna have a plant right here for the time being. This stuff needs to go out to the shed. This is stuff that will go to Play-Dohs, but I should probably wait until I do my big clean out, so that will sit here for a couple more days. And don't be fooled, this area is still a mess, but I am making progress. I'm gonna go pick up lunch though. I'm gonna make use of my freshly cleaned office and do some work on my laptop while I eat this. One thing about me, if I have time to shower before the doctors, especially like this doctor, any doctor that I'm changing out of my clothes, quite frankly, I'm gonna shower. I need to feel fresh. So I surprisingly had enough time to eat, shower, download a new book on my Kindle just in case there's a wait, and I am 1 minute early for my appointment. Oh, and I filled out all my forms, which is unlike me. I usually forget to do that. Came home from the appointment to a very exciting delivery. Look at this DIY winter art that I just did. I had to order a new frame because the framed picture that I had in here was like one of the ones where it's wrapped in paper in the back, so I never really know if you can cut those open to change out the picture. I just figured it was better off just grabbing one on Black Friday. I got like a cheap white picture frame. It came with this mat too, which is really nice. Just got it on Amazon. And then I ordered this large print, and now this corner of my guest room is giving little ski lodge Christmas winter vibe. And the best part about more winter leaning decor is I'm not going to be in a rush to take this down. I can probably keep it up through like February, honestly. I'll kind of phase out all of the Christmas stuff early January, but I'm really digging like a winter motif because you can keep this up through February into March, depending on where you live. I feel like this is just a cozy vibe. I thrifted these books. If you didn't see my Monday video from 2 days ago, is that the best way to put it? I did a whole walkthrough tour of all of my Christmas and winter decorations, and these are books that I've been thrifting for the past couple of months. I've been playing the long game with my holiday decor. I've been searching like eBay and thriftbooks.com for cool coffee table books. I've been searching by keyword like snow, winter, ski, Christmas, holidays. Like I've just been really in the depths of these websites, and I ordered all these books for like under $5 each, and I'm gonna have these for literally my whole life. My kids are going to be blessed. My future hypothetical children are going to be so blessed with cool boxes of Christmas decor that they're going to get to pick through and like help me set out. Polly came in here. This is my non-hypothetical child. You want to come up? She doesn't do anything. She doesn't do any tricks. Half the time I'm convinced she doesn't have any brain cells, but I love her. This is Polly if you haven't met her before. She just walks around. Polly, what do you think of my new corner? She's not allowed to be in here alone because she's been peeing. Yeah, I'm gonna expose you. Everyone thinks you're so cute, which you are. You're an absolute menace. I still love you though. Anyways, this is my new corner, and I just had to set it up the second I walked in the door. You're not allowed to be in here unalone. See, look, she's plotting. She's gonna hop up there and she's gonna pee. That's why the Lola blanket that's at the end of the bed is gone, because she hopped up here and she peed on it. Excuse me. Come on, come on. Polly. I don't think she knows her name. I made this soup last night and it is to die for, and I made cupcakes earlier in the week that are also to die for, and I'm gonna think ahead and let this one sit out and come up to room temperature because it's better that way. But I made this soup for dinner last night and I have been thinking about it all day. I'm so excited. It is the Marry Me chicken soup. You know that like Pinterest Marry Me chicken recipe? There's a soup version that my friend shared, and I'm here to report that it is one of the only recipes with an entire block of cream cheese in it that I will vouch for. My mouth is literally watering. It kind of looks like there's bacon in this, but it's sun-dried tomatoes. That's what like the bacon looking chunks are. And I desperately need to clean my kitchen after this, but I'm gonna enjoy this. Maybe read some more of my book. I did not have to wait long at the doctor at all, but there was about 5 minutes before she came into the room that I got started on another book. It is a tacky, cheesy Christmas romance book. And yes, I have ads on my Kindle because I didn't know that you have to like buy a Kindle that doesn't have ads on it. But since I have the cover, like since I have this thing that covers the screen, I don't really care if there's an ad. But this is the book. How do I tell you what book it is? Holiday Romance. Is that the name of it? Yeah. Holiday Romance. There it is. I'm 3% in, but I think I'm gonna eat it up and I think I'm gonna finish it tonight. In the first couple scenes, the girl is like on a plane for 8 hours sitting next to her friend's soon-to-be ex-boyfriend that the friend knows she cheated on, and he's like asking her like advice for what presents to get her and stuff. But like the friend knows that her friend cheated on this guy already and she's gonna break up with him soon. She just didn't want to break up with him before the holidays. And she's on a plane with him, and I feel like it's about to get good. It's about to get juicy. I don't know. I'm 3% in. Maybe I'll update you in a bit, but I'm gonna eat my soup and find out more of what happens here. Many hours later, I finished my tacky cheesy book. I would rate it 3 out of 5, like a 4.9 out of 10 if we're doing a 10-point scale. I know that didn't really add up, but that's how I would rate it. Let the record show that I have completed my mass, my arm workouts, and I took my Nutrafol tonight. My hair is so freaking greasy from my slick back, but I'm just gonna sleep with it like this and then wash my hair and like do like a true blowout in the morning. You could probably guess this judging by my new Nutrafol habit as of a couple months ago, but I'm trying to just like level up my hair. I feel like my hair could be better. Like I kind of got the length under control with my Bondaboo shampoo, but I kind of want it to be thicker. I need to start working on like products when it comes to blowouts and styling, and I don't know, maybe a new haircut too in terms of layers, but I always regret getting layers. I think I'm just gonna start with a healthy trim and maybe some face framing pieces. I just have like low porosity, thinner hair, so layers look amazing on other people and like I can totally appreciate them on other people, but I just don't think they flatter me and my hair type and like my styling capabilities. So moral of the story is I'm just trying to be better to my hair. Part of that is less heat on my hair. I've been sleeping in a braid and then I tie it off with like a silk scrunchie so that it's not just tangled around my pillowcase the entire night. But if you think we have like similar hair types and you have styling products that you really like, bonus points if we live in like a similar climate with the Charleston humidity. But with all my travel, I feel like the climate kind of plays a factor, but also I don't know if there are some hair products like styling products that you swear by and you think we have similar hair types and textures and we're in a similar hair situation, please let me know, because I feel like that's one area, product recommendations, that I haven't really unpacked and dabbled in. But I'm gonna be consistent with my Nutrafol for at least 6 months because that's what it says to do. It says 3 to 6 months before you see results. So I will check pictures of myself from like September. I started September 1st. I literally have my Amazon Amazon order history. I haven't been like crazy consistent with it in the month of October just because I had so many travels, but I've been better about it in November and December. But I'm gonna do that for 6 months, see how that works out for me. I have my refill on deck. I bought it during Black Friday, so it never goes on sale, but it was on sale. But I feel like a trait of like true put together adult women that I admire is their hair always looks so thick and luscious and healthy, and it looks good even when they don't do it. And I need to get to a point where my hair is just looking good on the regular, not just when I put heat on it, if that makes sense. I want to work on like the actual hair health and like texture of my hair. And I don't know if it's a placebo, but I do feel like my under eyes are liking this Volufiline stuff. But it's also been a matter of days, and it says it takes weeks to take effect, so that could also be a placebo, or maybe I'm just getting better sleep. Actually, that's not the case. I've been reading my Kindle the past 2 nights until like 3 a.m. It's only 11:30 tonight. I finished ahead of schedule. And with that, I am going to bed. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you're enjoying more frequent uploads in December. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and I will see you in the next video.